Hi, Kristion. So, I've got a new strumming pattern to look at today, right? But, as I was saying to you, I don't want you to worry about the particular pattern itself. It's more the idea behind it, right? And the idea behind it is that you're moving your hand down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up constantly, right? And you're just selectively hitting it. You're just not hitting every one. You're not hitting the strings every time your hand passes over it, right? So I'll play the pattern first. So I'm just capoed up on the second fret here. I'm going to just do an E minor. So the pattern goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you see the way I'm always relaxed, always just a nice, easy, steady bum, 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 bum. So now it happens to be down, down, up, up, down, down, right? But remember, you don't need to remember it like that. What you need to remember is what it sounds like, or roughly what it sounds like. Now, the way you were doing it, I was telling you, you kind of, you make your own little variations of it, right? And your variation sounded like this. So where I was skipping the second, third, and fourth beat, I think it was, you're just hitting all of them and then giving it a break. And that's perfectly fine, right? And so the idea is that you find your own way of doing it that just sort of suits you naturally, okay? So, but the main thing is this movement never stops, right? And it's always regular. You're never kind of stopping, starting. If that's happening, then you've gone wrong. So just hold back, count yourself back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's the basic pattern, right? But I can hit or miss any of them. Okay? So that's all you're looking for is just something nice and steady. Doesn't have to be the same every time. It just has to be steady, okay? And just nice, down, up, down, up, down, nice and relaxed. And it's a good idea just to practice like this. Just to kind of get that movement in there. Your wrist should be not flopping about, but, reasonably limber. And have a nice, good range of motion here. Don't be too tight with it either. Okay, so the Wonderwall chord progression then is E minor, G, D, and A7. Okay? But the way Oasis do it is they have their 2 fingers, 3rd fret, it's really the 5th fret, but we'll call it the 3rd, on the 1st and 2nd strings, right? And they just do the chords with those rooted to the spot, right? So what you have is this. Now again, you see the way the pattern is pretty much like what we were doing, but not exactly, because it doesn't have to be exactly like it. It just has to have the same general vibe, right? So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play this chord progression for maybe, I'll do it 8 times, and I'll do it nice and slow, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. G, D, A, E minor, G, more to it than that, okay? I think it goes off to a C later on, I think, but we'll get into that in the next lesson anyway. For now, I just want you to get used to that pattern. And remember, you can use that pattern with anything. You can speed it up and get a different sound. And then, you just heard me do it slowly. So you can do whatever you like with it. Any chords, any speed, whatever. And just as for the chords there again, so that's E minor, G as normal, then D, you just do D by getting this one down here. And remember, try to get that 6th string out of there for all the chords except for G and the 2 E's, E major and E minor, okay? And then for the A, you keep that thumb there, keep it out of there, and lift this up 1 string. And there it is. So, during the week, Wonderwall, give that a go, try it. And just remember that the strumming pattern lasts for the length of 2 chords, right? So it's not like, so as I was saying, it's not like this. Now, nothing wrong with that, but that's just not how Wonderwall goes, okay? So Wonderwall, you squeeze 2 chords into every one of those patterns, or every bar, as you'd call it, so. Okay. So, that's pretty much it. So the main thing is just bang that rhythm out, keep it nice and steady, and remember as well, it's not just the pattern itself, it's how hard you hit it, right? So you could go soft, loud, as you feel like it. You know, it's not, you can do whatever you want, but just remember, you don't always have to hit it hard, and you don't always have to be gentle. You can kind of mix it up and just keep it interesting. One more thing is that you don't have to hit all the strings either, right? So let's say you could come down there on the first 2 with a sort of a more bass heavy strum pattern, and then flick the treble strings later on. So just to vary it up again. So. See what I mean? So different little adjustments you can make to it like that. But for now, just get it solid. Just get to the point where you can just bang it out nice and steady and not really think about it too much. All right, keep it up.